All right. Thanks so much for jumping on this Monday morning. And I love that the chat is already blowing up with things that you guys have accomplished already. It's kind of funny. I actually I might have borrowed. I borrowed a post that I think it was Melody Hopius did about how she now looks forward to and loves every day that ends in Y. And then, of course, I started scrolling, right? And there were several friends who had posted about how they hate Monday and how, so I kept commenting on their posts. You've got to go check out my post from today about Monday. So there's just a little tip for you, but I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you're all starting off your Monday morning with all of these amazing things that you were sharing in the chat that you have done. So yay, we have a much better outlook, right? Than a lot of our friends, unfortunately, that are posting about Mondays. So we can go and share that with people. Jennifer is not here today. She's asked me just to kind of help out. And so I actually have invited Whitney War, who is my sweet friend and my diamond upline. And she actually, you guys, can we all cheer for her? She is a brand new re-entry diamond, and she's already, now Whitney, you may have done more than I know. She's already fast start silver. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
On her re-entry that she just started. So I have no doubt she will be fast start something really amazing here soon. So I just asked Whitney if she would share with us a little inspiration to get us going this morning. And her story is just, it's incredible. It is unique from a lot of ours. And I love the personal growth and development journey that Whitney has been on that I have been able to witness. And it's just really fabulous. So Whitney.
Thank you, Stacey. Thanks. I appreciate the opportunity to be here this morning. And I see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces. And I apologize if you've already heard my story, and but I want to really help you with the concept of leading with this opportunity and very boldly and confidently sharing it with everyone as often as you do these amazing life-changing products, because it is a totally different experience and a completely different result. And in order to really help you understand the concept of it, I actually had some graphics made. I don't know, just for the moment, Stacey, I thought maybe this would be helpful to share. Can I, it says I can share my screen. Is that okay if I share those?
Yeah, see if it'll let you. And if not, I could just make you host for a minute and you could give it back to me.
Okay, it looks like you'll need to give me permission.
Okay, hold on one second.
I'm excited because we're taste testing new items in today's show. You know, we like to revisit places. We always try to mix it up a little bit.
Whitney, I now can't mute anybody, so.
Okay. All right.
You want to just mute all?
Yes, let me do that. Participants. There's so many people on here. How exciting. Love seeing that. Okay, mute all. There we go. That should be helpful. Okay, let me share this screen here. So this is a graphic. Where did it go? This is a graphic I had made for a training that I did on my team. And we're just going to use gold as an example, because I think this is the kind of the prime place where you really move from a hobby to a business. And the concept of leading with the business and sharing it boldly and confidently is just a game changer. And so I want you to consider this concept, because you really can get to gold basically by yourself, right? You can be all about sharing these products and build a team of wholesale shoppers and get yourself to gold. You really can. That's doable. It's not very easy to do so in a quick period of time, because you're the one doing all the legwork and there's really no duplication happening on your team. And so if you are to get yourself to gold, just as a visual and an example, without fast starting, that's about $610 on that first like payday, okay, with your gold bonus and all of that. And this is kind of just an idea of what it looks like. You might naturally get someone that says, you know what, I think my sister would want to do this with me too. And so I did add, you know, a couple examples of that. This person was, you know, really excited to have a couple friends do it with them, whatever. But you are really carrying the brunt of the work here. And then I want to show you, on the other hand, what a solid gold team would look like if you are sharing this opportunity confidently and encouraging everyone that starts to take advantage of those referral bonuses and helping them do so. So in that case, you see here that you personally sponsor 5 people. And, you know, not everyone is open to taking advantage of those referral bonuses, but what you'll find is most people are, if you promote it well, and if you make it really simple for them, and you encourage that from the very first step. So look at the extra income earning potential, because this can be done quickly. So I just wanted to show kind of the concept of that. And also, when you have people that are taking advantage of those referral bonuses and earning income, getting to silver or beyond, it's just the momentum, the energy, the excitement is so much higher, and the attrition is so much lower. Did you know that when someone ranks to silver or higher, the chances of them still ordering 100 PV a year from now is like over 80%. So this is a really solid team. And the odds that that's going to continually be a business for you a year from now is much, much higher than building a team like this. Without going to silver, the chances of people still ordering 12 months from now actively is actually pretty grim, pretty depressing. So wholesale shoppers versus, sorry, I keep clicking the wrong way. People that are at least taking advantage of the referral bonuses. This doesn't necessarily mean these people are business builders, that they want a business, but they're at least open to the referral bonuses and grabbing some accountability partners, okay? And the attrition, like I said, is so much less on a team like this. The income is so much higher, the energy is so much higher, the growth is so much faster, versus a team like this where the attrition is, you're constantly trying to keep these people ordering, they're coming out of pocket. You know, if you think about it, let's just say, for example, pick one of these circles, we'll call her Mary. How often do you have someone that, like, maybe they don't really see results for the first month, even into the second month, and they're kind of like, this is getting kind of pricey, I'm not really noticing anything, you know, and how much effort and follow-up that takes to keep them encouraged, and you know how likely it is that they're going to choose to not continue on their journey, versus if Mary was here and right away when she ordered, you encouraged her well to grab a few accountability partners to try this with her and take advantage of some referral bonuses, so she never has to worry about cost getting in the way of her health journey. And you provided a very simple system for her that she took advantage of. Even though Mary's past month 2 and she feels like she's really not seeing that much progress, her sister, Julie, right here, is having incredible results. So what do you think that does to Mary's mindset? it's going to keep her going, right? And not only that, but she's not really coming out of pocket at this point, 2 months in, even if she hasn't added more people than this. And so the odds are that she will continue on and long enough until she's a lifer as well. So there's actually some stats I just heard on a diamond call. If a person has 4 subscriptions run, no, it's 3, I'm sorry, 3 subscriptions run past their welcome pack, so a total of 4 orders, 4 months in a row, that person is basically a lifer, right? The statistics show that they will still be actively ordering 12 months from now, if you can get them to order 4 months in a row. That doesn't happen often if people are coming out of pocket, unless they can easily afford it and they see results quickly. So it's a real battle to have a team like this. It's very discouraging because you're constantly working on sponsoring new people. And not only that, but keeping them active when they're coming out of pocket and possibly not seeing results quickly. So do you get the concept of this? It's like night and day. It really is. And so that is just a concept I wanted to share with you. And so also I've got we put together as a group of leaders on my team, some ways that you can really authentically, genuinely, comfortably, and boldly lead with the opportunity with people. And I want to share some of those with you. So I'll actually put them in the chat, but I wanted to just read some of them to you and just have you listen, and consider that you're someone who maybe came to you for the products, wasn't considering a business. But if this is what's shared with you, then how this could open your mind to taking advantage of our referral bonus program for new product users, okay? So here's what I just recently added this in, because I got this from Super Saturday, this was highlighted. And so I've added this into my system and I absolutely love it. So when you're in conversation with someone and you're making product suggestions for them, welcome pack suggestions, maybe me personally, I prefer to just give them 2 options, right? I'll typically give them a reset basics pack and then a reset advanced pack option based on what their needs are. And then I'll say, whatever you decide, I pride myself on being able to help people get their products paid for, because we never want costs to get in the way of your health journey. So you plant that seed right there, even as you're just suggesting a welcome pack. Then I've got quite a few right here. Let me find the one that I want. And then immediately after they place that order, what if you were to say, I'm so excited for you. Now I want to make sure and tell you about one of the most generous things about Plexus. They don't ever want finances to come between you being able to continue on your health journey. So they offer amazing referral bonuses for new product users. Over $300 just for grabbing a few friends to be your accountability partners, which helps you get better results. I guarantee you have friends and family who are struggling who would want to try this with you if you invite them. And we have a simple system that's very effective, and it's not pushy or salesy or time consuming. Is there any reason you wouldn't want me to help you find a few accountability partners for $300? So that really opens them up often, okay? Also, for happy wholesalers, we've probably got some of those on our team, right? This can be really effective, just reaching out. And I've used this a couple times recently on people in my lower levels on my team that I've seen have been very consistent, but haven't shared. Just a little message, hey, I know you're loving your products. What do you think about getting them paid for? Just throwing that into a message. You can, obviously make that personal and to fit them individually, but just planting these seeds is extremely effective to get their mind open to it. And then eventually to where they'll take advantage of it. And then it's important to have a system that helps them. If you don't, I guarantee you probably have someone in your level of leadership that can help with that. But just for some basics, I've got some messages here that I can share in the chat. And yeah, so that was kind of my message. That's about the time frame you wanted me to use, right, Stacey?
That's perfect.
Okay, and
All right.
I'm happy to answer questions if anyone has questions. Or
Yeah, and actually, I was just going to ask anybody, did anyone have an aha moment? Because I've been doing this for a really long time, and when Whitney shared those graphics, just to see it, just to have that visual was like mind blowing. Because I know that, right? Like I know that. And in fact, that was the business that I built. I built the gold business. I had 19 level ones in my first month, and I had one person that shared with one person. Like that was my picture of my team. And guess what? That didn't last very long. And I have people right now on my team who are building that same way. And so I'm excited to make sure that they have seen this because I needed that visual. And they're getting frustrated right now because people aren't sticking around long. And I was just having this conversation with one of my leaders yesterday. We have to remember that just like what Whitney was sharing with us, that people want these to work, right? That's why they reached out. That's why they're jumping on board. They have health goals they've shared with you. They want these products to work. So many people either can't or feel like they can't afford the products month after month after month. So they actually kind of start skeptical because they're like, I can't really afford them. So I'm going to be real skeptical about it and so if we can help them to change that, when people don't have the finances as an obstacle, as a barrier, then they're so much more open-minded about giving the products time, because it's not just, we can't just have them investing 1 month of that hard-earned money that was really hard to let go of, because as we know, these products aren't the magic pill. They're not the quick fix. They've got to give them time so that they can heal. And so when you're doing it this way with the solid gold method, it is giving people time, like Whitney was sharing with us, to see results, to celebrate with other people that they're close with, all of those things. So did anyone have anything that they wanted to share? Just kind of a, oh my goodness, aha moment. And it looks like Whitney's sharing the messages in the chats. Will somebody move those to the Power Hour chat? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I should have these, and I'll just have to ask Whitney where they are. Yes, Rita.
Well, I just thought the visual was so powerful for me because I also built the gold business and desired to have the solid gold, but seeing it visually like that gives you a step of how to move, who to help push or encourage, I guess is a better word. But I do have some people who are interested in getting their products paid for, but it's how to help them. And that visual really helped me. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate what you have to say, because I've been doing this 5 years, 3 of it I've been really trying to work as a business, and I go on this up and down of gold, of hitting gold status and not, and it's not growing the way I'd like, but this piece right here was just powerful for me. So I thank her for sharing that piece, and the visual was really eye-opening. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And Tina, I have done something to mess up where my chat is. So if you want to unmute and share your question. I know you said you had a question, but I've lost my chat and I'm afraid if I click on something, oh wait, show chat previews. Nope. If I click on something, it's gonna go poof. Tina, are you there? Do you want to ask your question? I only have the participants listed right now and I don't know what I have done. Oh wait, click, close.
Okay, I was just wondering, I just out of curiosity, after someone says that they want to share, what Whitney would say, you know, what her system is, because everybody has a little bit different system and
Yeah, and I'm gonna I
I
will let Whitney obviously answer that, but one of the things I wanted to share with you is what I'm kind of doing, and it is based on something that Whitney has created for us. And so Whitney created a Get Your Products Paid For Facebook group for her entire team, and it's somewhere that we can plop our potentials in. She's created videos, an intro video, a step 1, 2, 3, 4, so of her system. Your team systems might be different. You might have something that is working really well for you, but you could still do the same concept or work with your upline leaders or your leaders to kind of make that same kind of holding space, right? What that group was created for, though, is more of a self-directed type of, here you go, and you tag them in the intro, tag them in step 1, and then just, it's kind of a self-paced, self-directed. So what I have been doing is something that I wanted to share with you. I'm using that group as my reach out. So the quick, simple message that Whitney had shared, I know you're loving your products. What do you think about, what do you think about starting to get them paid for? I would love to help. I sent that out to a bunch of my team members. And I think it's like 12 right now that are in my Get Your Product Paid For thread. So I have a thread going. I'm also doing a 30-minute Zoom each week where we're discussing 2 of those videos. So last week we discussed the intro and step 1. This week they're watching step 2 and step 3. And then we're talking through those videos together as a team. So it's no longer self-directed. It's a group of 12 people doing it together. And then they're being sent off with some action steps. I have people who have never posting daily this week because they have those people in that group who are fearful like they are, but they're all doing it together anyway. They're sharing their posts into the group. They're commenting on each other's posts. So they feel like they're getting this network of people that are supporting them and cheering them on. We're celebrating when people, I have 3 new people just this week who have just gotten their first person. So now, of course, they're fired up about Fast Start Silver and getting their $150 gift card to Lululemon. So the way that I'm kind of moving that forward, and it's just an idea for you that I wanted to share today, is I'm going to tell you, you guys, my business building part of my business, besides like the one leader I might have been working with who was rolling, right, has been very standstill for a while. And I needed to do something different. And the something different is gathering a group of people, 12 people, who are now wanting to get their products paid for and move forward. And we're doing that together. So, Whitney, is there anything you want to add to that? You're muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, if you don't have a resource like the Get Your Products Paid For, there's a good chance you do. And I don't want to go against whatever your team does, because if there's a system there, plug into it. You know, any decent system will work if you apply yourself to it. But if you don't have access to something similar, then I'm happy to open up my Get Your Products Paid For group. Like Stacey said, it's very self-guided. So it does take someone, you know, being diligent in actually watching the videos in order and reading the posts. They're very short. They're all under 10 minutes long. So I will add the link for that group. And like Stacey said, I'm sure you probably have access to a system. Once they do say yes, they're open to sharing. But if not, that could be really helpful, along with what Stacey suggested of having a system where you can actually be very hands-on with them along with it. So is that good?
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions about that? All right, thank you so much, Whitney. Okay, so another thing that I want to share with you is something that I was asked to do a quick little video about my gratitude journal. So Katie, and I'm not going to say her name correctly, but Cordray, did I say it right? Maybe those of you that know her. Sorry, Katie, if I didn't say it right. She's not able to be on today though, and I had asked her to share if she was going to be, but she's working and she typically watches the recordings, and did give me permission to share what she's doing. I love it. So she is doing a Galentine's messenger party, and maybe some of you are, but if you aren't, and I wasn't, but trust me, I'm going to throw one together, because even if I don't want to do it tomorrow on Valentine's Day, but so what if I do it on, wait, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. So what if I do it on Wednesday? Right? Or even Thursday. It's still part of Valentine's week and love week and just celebrating relationships and friendships. So I had asked her, and she included me in her thread, and then has graciously said, if anyone has questions, you can put them in the Power Hour thread. And although she's working, she'll kind of keep checking in there and that sort of thing. But she has it. It's a Galentine's self-care event. And she did some posts about it. She did a story about it. She did a live about it, and she sent out messages. But it's just basically, we are here to celebrate, encourage, and love on you. This event will be filled full of self-care tips and ideas. Plus, there will be giveaways. Feel free to add any other Galentines that will also love this info. I hope you enjoy. And so she has a post about how important water is, and making sure that that's part of your self-care routine. She had asked me to do that quick little video about the gratitude journal. So if you decide to do one, I can easily send that to you as well. She is, let me see really quickly. She told me all the different ideas that she had and was going to post about. I keep going to the group and not hers. Okay. So my ideas list: gratitude, water, face mask, breathing, intentional breathing, massage, at-home mani and pedi, fun uplifting music, pray, seeking God, Epsom salt bath, gut health, and sleep. And I will tell you that the conversation that's happening in this thread that she's doing is really cool to see. And there are a lot of women that are in there that are realizing that they don't do self-care at all, that it's not a part of their routine. And before I started Plexus, it wasn't part of my routine either. So I just love, and I said to her, are you going to sprinkle some Plexus in, or is this just a relationship connection thing? And she is telling me that she's planning to do some giveaways that would be active. And what else? I'm trying to sprinkle in a little bit of Plexus because I truly believe in it, but it's focusing on relationship building and adding value is her main focus for it, but yet giving away some active and maybe some slim, just or hydrate, because that's another self-care tool that we have. So I just wanted to share that with you because I think, and I'll tell you too, I was sending her some post ideas that I was coming across. If you search hashtag self-care, you don't really have to think of a whole lot of posts, because there are some amazing posts. Jessica Phillips, yours popped up. You did one about a gratitude journal when I did hashtag self-care. And I'm like, ooh, look at this one. That would go beautifully with the video that I did on the gratitude journal. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that idea because I really thought that it would be a great way to love on people, your team, potentials, friends, family, sometime this week. So is anyone already doing something like that? If you are, we'd love to hear about it. No one else had thought of that, just Katie. Well, can we all cheer for Katie? So when she watches the, woo, way to go, Katie. All right, very good. Let me see. All right, I actually want you to share with us, will you share in the chat something that is working for you? First, will you share if you have earned your Lululemon gift card or gift cards yet? Anyone that's earned your gift card or gift cards, will you share in the chat? Let me see if I can even see the chat yet. I can, but it's only full. I don't want it to be full. What's happening? I don't know. Sometimes I like technology. Most of the time I don't. I don't have my chat window.
Stacey,
Yeah.
that worked for me this weekend that I just started trying like 3 days ago was
Yes.
sending happy birthday posts and not posts, but messages and
Mhm.
offering them a sample, telling them and I need their address, email, and phone number and offering a sample. And I enrolled 2 people this weekend because of it.
Oh, well, good for you.
So I just want you to know that I didn't go into it with any kind of thing to sell them. I'm just like, hey, happy birthday. Let's celebrate. I'll send you some product. And they were just so grateful. They were like, what is it that you're doing? And so it really opened up the conversation, even though I feel like I post all the time about
Right.
what I'm doing. But anyway, I'm working on the second Lulu, but yes, I made that Lulu goal and it's the first time I've made it this early in a month.
Good for you. So you
Yeah.
are going to get that second one. That'll be
So,
fun.
Jessica, I'll put it in the Power Hour chat, what I sent. Or do you want me to
Perfect.
put it in here?
Either way.
Okay.
So Nicole earned hers last week. Excellent. Way to go. All right. Perfect. Anyone else want to share something that is working for you? And I would tell you to put it in the chat, but I seriously have no idea how I've lost my chat. And so just unmute and tell us, because I want to see it.
Hey, it's Karen.
Yes.
So I earned mine day 2 of February, but
Woo!
two of the 3, and I've been, had lacked on my customer care. 2 of the 3 were inactives, and I have not messaged them recently. So don't be, would you say? But over time, I have continued to comment on their Facebook post, reach out to them, build a relationship, and it's just timing. So just don't forget about your people who quit too early and gave up, because I've really in the last 6 months or so, I've had quite a few come back and get back on board.
I love that. Thanks for sharing. What else is working for you right now?
Stacey, I'll share a couple of things. I did earn the Lululemon gift card, and they came from 3 different places. One was I started sending out messages to inactives and prospects about a referral program that I was starting, and I'm giving a $10 gift card of their choice. It can be Amazon or whatever for anyone who they refer to me. Obviously, welcome pack, not just like a bottle of Probio 5. But what I'm doing is I'm putting in the message, building my business. Would love you to consider me if you think of anyone who may need help with. And I list 3 or 4 things that are pretty typical that they're probably going to go, oh, I have X or I have X and Y. And so one of them came from that. Well, sure, I'd be happy to think of you and remember you and refer people to you, but I actually struggle with bloating. Can you tell me more? She ended up signing up. Another one was a guy who I know, it's not like one of those creeper guys, did one of the polls. I did a poll, one of my polls, and I just reached out and was like, hey, was that an accidental, because I always put it down where the thumb is, where they're going to probably hit it. Was that an accidental, or are you interested in more information on reset? And he was like, it was actually an accidental, but tell me more. And he ended up going ahead and doing the reset with me. And then last week I had someone who saw me in my office and said, oh my gosh, look how thin you look. And I was like, oh, thanks. I think it's just kind of the outfit maybe, or I don't forget what I really said, but I didn't jump on it at the moment. I knew it was because I had just done a reset and I've done 3 now. So, but later I sent her a text like the next day. So it didn't look like I again was pouncing on it. And I said, I've been thinking about this. I said, when you're done nursing Ollie, if you're interested, I forget how I started the message, but it was something along the lines of, I just finished my reset. And that's probably the difference you saw on me since when I saw you last month. I was trying to figure out why you noticed it, kind of thing. So that's kind of how I started the message. And when you're done nursing Ollie, if you're interested, let's chat. And she was like, well, actually, we just finished nursing. Tell me more. So she and her husband bought resets. So in ways that it was just like, looking at ways to kind of continue conversations. And then I really have had a lot of interest sending out that referral message. And it, for me, feels much more comfortable reaching out to anybody in Facebook, because it's the same way I started my practice. We sent out cards in the mail. We sent out emails. We sent text messages to family and friends. Hey, we're starting our practice. We'd love for you to remember us if you ever know anybody who needs chiropractic care. Well, why am I not doing that with Plexus? So it feels really comfortable to send those messages, and people don't feel like it's invasive. Like it is a comfortable conversation. So, and I'm not even halfway through my people yet. So it's like.
So here's the thing. I'm going to ask the question that everybody wants to ask. Are you ready? Should we all ask it together? Will you put that message in the chat?
I will, absolutely. And I also have one that you guys, I'll put in the chat that I've been sending to all my inactives. Like it's the beginning of the year, checking like people that have fallen off that I might not have checked in with quite a while. And I kind of twisted that one a little bit too. That's gotten some people to come back. So I'll put both of those in the chat once we're finished.
Okay, that is amazing. And thank you for putting anything that's really important in the Power Hour chat, because again, I'm going to struggle to get any of those and I want them too. I love that. And that feels super comfortable. And in fact, you guys, my husband has gotten really good at sending out messages, and sometimes they're working really well. And then you're like, need to tweak them. That would be incredible for him to just send real easy. Anyone that could use this, we'd love for that referral. And here's what we'll give you too. That's genius. Okay. This is why I'm asking you guys, what else, who can tell us something? And then we're going to take about the last 15 or 20 minutes and work on a few of these things as well. So who else has something that's working for them?
Stacey, one more thing I did yesterday was do that Super Bowl post where you say super, I say bowl, that thing. And I gave away 3 samples and I enrolled one person from that. So, you could think of a Valentine. I say love, you say Valentine or something like that to get them going, and just tell them you're going to send them something.
That's so cute. It could be love and you, like you say you, and they're a winner. Oh, cute idea. Okay, I love it. Thank you. And then you have a lot of people to follow up with too on that kind of post also, Babette, right?
Absolutely.
So anyone who did knew that they were potentially winning a sample. So you could send out, gosh, sorry you weren't the winner, but you are still a winner because here's what you could get. Or whatever.
Right. Perfect. I was just gonna text them and say, hey, I've got extra samples. Do you want one? And
I would honestly, when I've done something like that, it's just like, you know what? So sorry you didn't win the sample. However, you are still a winner because I'm going to offer you $10 off your first order, or free shipping and handling, and then, because I'm going to tell you why I do that. I don't love going to the post office. So I would much rather reimburse somebody their shipping and handling than I would have to go to the post office. It's just my reality. Thanks for sharing. Anything else? We have time for 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to do some work. Don't be shy. You're doing good things. We want to hear them.
Stacey, when
Yeah,
I go to a workout class at the Y with active older adults, and the instructor was having gut health issues that she had shared with me. She was going to the doctor. So I had shared a 7-day sample that she purchased from me of Slim, and she loved what it did. And so she and I were talking about it after class, and the third lady walked up. And so she, who is not an ambassador yet, told the other lady, you really should talk to Rita about your gut health issues. So we sat and chatted, and the other lady signed up. I mean, I know her a little, but she signed up immediately that day because I had the time to sit with her and work with our 2 phones. And we sat there in the exercise room and signed her up. And she's starting. And so the one-on-one, I bring my shaker bottle and my Slim and Active, and I mix it immediately after class. And I find that it starts a lot of conversations because people see you doing something. Plus, in the 7 years I've belonged to the Y, 5 of them I've been on Plexus. I lost 85 pounds and have kept it off. So they saw me obese, and they saw me doing this seniors silver sneakers class because I couldn't do the other exercise classes
Right.
when I started. I needed the chair when I started. So, I think people who've seen your journey may be curious about what you do. And if you do it as a show and tell, I mean, I taught for 33 years. If you do it kind of as an impromptu show and tell, it helps people to see what you're doing daily. And I've had people say, but you don't need to still lose weight. And I'm like, well, it regulates, why would you stop doing something that I've been able to keep? How many people, lose weight, but can't keep it off?
right. And
and-
Rita, that's such a great reminder, you guys. If you are feeling a little stuck, or you're feeling like you need to expand your network, get out and do something. Like join a walking club, go to the Y, get out and join a women's group that meets, monthly for dinner, join a service group. I go and help and serve like at different things that I'm with the Sisters of Service group. So that's allowed me to meet new people. Sometimes we just need to get out of our own, I'm not going to say our own way, that's not what it is, but sometimes we just get really comfortable, right? In our office, messaging people. Maybe we're not even comfortable doing it, but we do it anyway. And sometimes what it takes is getting out and about. I was in Myrtle Beach last week on vacation, but I still connected with the person who was the salesperson for our vacation club from a few months ago that we actually had talked a little bit about Plexus. We became Facebook friends, and I kept, building those connections in that relationship with her. I truly enjoy her, and I'm excited to have her as my friend, but she could really benefit from the products and the opportunity the more that we have talked. The winter is really slow for them. It's not a month, or it's not months where they're making a great, amazing income because people aren't wanting to buy the vacation club memberships. And so she really needs this income. And so she is planning to sign up. But I had breakfast with her and her 23-year-old daughter, who just had a baby. The baby's 2 months old. She's looking at having to go back to work as also a salesperson in that vacation club. And she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to leave her baby. I'm like, boy, do I have an option for you. So mom and daughter are going to sign up with me this month. I also had a friend reach out to me only because I had put it out there, right, that I was in Myrtle Beach. She was a friend from Michigan that had moved to North Carolina and was vacationing in Myrtle Beach. She put a comment on just my sunset picture that said good morning and said, Stacey, I can't believe you're in Myrtle Beach. I need you to come over today and talk with a few of my friends about Plexus. Like that was her comment on my post. Now she's been somebody who's tried the products with me twice, given it maybe a month of not real effort. But so I got to talk not just with her 2 friends, but I got to talk with her as well. And so there's 3. So in one day on vacation, I had connections and I went out and I met with 5 women that even if they don't join me this month, I know they're going to if I keep talking with them and working with them. So It's just a matter of getting yourself out and in new places. The other thing is too, and I had heard, I'm trying to think of who it was. You guys, it might have been last week on Monday, the Diamond from Canada. Help me out. Who talked? Somebody talked. But she talked about putting yourself in groups.
Natalie,
Who was it?
Natalie something.
I don't know. I
She's
don't
like a
know.
long time.
Maybe.
And then the other one is
Eva
Amanda
Schmidt.
Simmons.
It was Eva, or she goes by FG or Eva.
Oh,
Schmidt.
Okay.
FG Schmidt.
Maybe, possibly, but whoever it was talking about getting yourself in Facebook groups that kind of match some of the hobbies, things that you do. I've tried that before and I've never found a really good match. But when she did that and when we were on that and kind of gave us that challenge, I went out and did it. I put myself into a retired teachers travel club. Well, isn't that perfect? I'm a retired teacher and I'm loving traveling in retirement. And actually I'm working on kind of like my whole new Instagram look. I'm trying to avoid Instagram, but I'm forcing myself into it. And I'm going with like mastering midlife and reinventing retirement and finding joy in the journey and traveling are kind of my focuses. And so I'm thought, well, why not get into a group like that? I had 243 people in that group that liked my like, thanks for the ad. I'm here. This Michigan girl is so excited to be in Myrtle Beach. Check out the sunset I got to see, or sunrise I got to see this morning. And I'm so like, the beach is my happy place. I said something about being a retired special ed teacher, my husband being a teacher, and there are so many comments. I am still going through and responding and sending friend requests and sending a quick little message about, my gosh, I love that we were both special ed teachers and we both got to retire. I would love to connect with you. I've sent you a friend request. So again, it's just, I've tried things. So if you've tried it before, but it wasn't a good fit, try again. There is a good fit of a group out there for you. I didn't give us much time to actually work. So I'm hoping you have found an idea here so far this morning that you can go and for the next 12 minutes can work on and see what you can do. I appreciate you all joining us. I'm going to mute and be quiet now because if I don't, I may never stop talking. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Monday, a happy Valentine's Day. And if you decide to do one of the Galentine's self-care messenger parties, let us know. And if you have any questions about that, be sure to put them in the chat for Katie, and she would be able to, or is happy to answer those for you. So have a great rest of your day, everyone.